Knowing safety first for each every one of us is important. Good day everyone, my name is Adrian Atinga.
And I am John Nardo Robles.
And I'm Kyle Clarence Santos, and we're discussing the basic occupational health and safety for engineering.
First question po, demographics po muna tayo.
Yes.
First is, what is the maximum capacity of the establishment?
Maximum capacity is 8 person.
Next is, what is the average number of people entering and exiting the establishment daily?
Approximately mga 10 packs in and out, mga tao na pumapasok sa tindahan.
Last is, what are the most common buyers here? Please specify the range of age and gender of the buyers.
Common buyers, meron din for household, meron din para sa industrial, sa mga katulad ng mga EPSA, mga factory. Common bus group age is nasa 31 to 40. Gender, most mixed, lalaki at babae. Hindi wala siyang permanent na basta lalaki babae kasi may mga purchaser ganun.
First is demographic profiles. It is important for a company or establishment to assess the numbers and types of individuals that enter, work, and use their facilities because each individual may differ from things that they need. So this report provides the analysis of the customers as well as the employees of the establishment. Understanding this demographic can help us to determine and optimizing operations of the establishment and improving customer services daily. The establishment capacity can accommodate of approximately maximum of 8 personnel. It can help them to ensure the safe workplace and manage the capacity of the establishment. So proceed naman po tayo sa second, housekeeping. First question is, does your facility or establishment follow the 5S philosophy, which is sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain?
O naman, nagpo-follow kami sa mga ganyan. Yung 5S of philosophy.
And next, how do you implement the 5S philosophy?
Implementation, like sorting. In sorting, kapag may delivery, sinusort out na namin kung for paint, for ganun, mga specific nakasort na yun. Tapos nilalagay namin ng code kung saan galing, anong year, anong month, tapos kung makaano yung puhunan. Sa order, pagka once nakasort na, syempre ilalagay sa mga warehouse, yung stante kung naka-itemize yun kung for electrical, sa electrical, hardware, mga paints, mga bakal, mga kahoy, nakaano siya lahat yun, always nakahiwalay-hiwalay. Wherein shine, once a week, naglilinis kami ng mga bodega or yung mga tindahan na kung walang masyado ginagawa ang tao, pinapalinis ko yung stante, ganon. Standardize, usually, in-order ko lahat is same, yung standard, isang supplier lang para hindi yun iba-iba, tsaka hindi kami nag-order ng mga undersize, lagi yun standard na conform sa mga ng DTI, hindi pwede mag-benta ng substandard o mga fake, ganon. Sa sustainability nito, syempre, pag kailangan meron kaming tao, nag-handle na chine-check yung stock para kung walang stock, ma-order kami, yun ang ganun. May isang tao talaga or minsan ako na rin mismo nag-check din, ganun.
Next is, in what specific part of the facility or establishment does the 5S philosophy apply?
Specific part of facility, yun sa warehousing, kailangan may sort, merong set in order, shine, yun sa warehouse, yung sa bodega namin talagang kailangan nakahiwalay para ma-organize, hindi mahirap kumuha ng stock.
Next is housekeeping. Proper housekeeping keeps the work area away from hazards and it also keeps the operation to flow easily. For housekeeping, she said they follow the 5S philosophy. First, sort. If they have a delivery materials, they separate it appropriate materials by identifying which is metal, pipe, paint, and etc. And next, then set in order by separating the materials to the cabinet. Next, once a week, they conduct cleaning and substandardize the material by making sure that the material sell well to the buyers. And then, by checking the products of the staff, they sustain the quality of the material.
Material handling naman. How do you typically manage your material handling operations? What type of material handling do you use for these operations po?
Sa material handling, may manual, meron din kami cart, meron din kami mga mechanical powered na equipment. Yung push cart, katulad ng push cart, kailangan pag may bibili ng semento, ginagamitan namin ng push cart. Ang manual, minsan kung mga magagaan lang, binubuhat na lang tao po. Tapos, meron kami lifter para iakit ng mga stock sa third floor kasi mabibigat, hindi ka mahirap. Kung yung manual iakit sa taas, mahirapan. Kaya may lifter kami. Meron kami provided lifter para sa mga materials na sa third floor.
Material handling. Every material also differs in their sizes and weights, so proper handling of materials is important as it lessens the possible hazards that can occur when the materials are not handled properly. According to the interviewee, in their material handling process, they utilize mechanically powered handling equipment such as push carts and lifters. These tools play a crucial role in efficiently transporting their products from one location to another, specifically to their designated storage or processing areas. The use of free mechanical aids not only helps reduce manual labor but also ensures that the product are moved safely, quickly, and with minimal risk of damage during the transfer process. Material storage po. How can you describe the warehouse or storage facility that the establishment has?
Sa storage naman, ang warehouse namin composed of 3 parts. May ground, second, and third. Ang ground floor, yung mga bakal, mga angle bar, mga kabilya, yung mga mabibigat, mga kahoy na sa first floor. Ang second floor namin, meron kaming pintura, meron kami mga PVC, mga pipes, meron konting kahoy sa second floor. Ang third floor is mga electrical na sa third floor, mga hardware items, katulad mga hardware items katulad mga pala, mga straw, mga timba, mga GI wire, mga nylon rope, basta lahat ng hardware items. Pag sa electrical na mga wires, mga ilaw, andun sa third floor. Yun ang may segregation ka. Bawat floor may kanyang-kanyang designate na item nakalagay.
Material storage. Different materials or object differs in their storage condition. Proper storage is important to keep materials at their best quality and to avoid hazards other materials may provide when stored wrongfully. When it comes to material storage, the interviewee explained that their facility is organized into 3 distinct storage areas, each designated for specific types of materials. On the first floor, they store heavy and bulky items such as metal sheets, steel bars, and various types of wood. This floor is specifically chosen for this to avoid the risk and difficulty of lifting them to higher levels. The second floor is used for storing medium weight and more sensitive items like paint, containers, and PVC pipes, which require careful handling and proper ventilation. Finally, the third floor is reserved for smaller and more delicate items such as hardware tools and electrical materials. This structured system of storage not only maximizes space but also ensures safety and efficiency in retrieving and managing the materials. Doon na po pala sa fire safety po. What are the early warning devices that you incorporate into your facility?
Early warning device as in meron kaming provided na fire extinguisher, fire alarm, tapos meron din kami mga emergency light with may fire alarm at the same time, meron din siyang emergency light para just in case pag may brownout, may ilaw. Yun ang ano namin usually. Tapos meron din kami yung sprinkler pagka may smoke detector din kami yan, yung mga alarm, may smoke detector pagka nakadetect sila ng yung smoke, mag-ano yung tubig, yun meron kami noon, sprinkler.
Tapos po, in case of a fire outbreak, what are your protocols in managing fire?
Pagka may fire outbreak, syempre, papagamit namin mga fire extinguisher namin. Tapos, kailangan yung mga tao namin na hindi nagpapanik as much as possible kung kahit syempre, yung kaligtasan nila, mauna ka lang lumabas na sila. Hanggat wala pa yung mga bumbero, di na sa labas lahat. Kung may time na lahat nasa labas, as much as possible, lahat ng mga tao nasa labas na, wala nang mga iwan sa loob.
Fire safety. Fire is a big hazard that can cause bigger issues as it almost devours or consumes anything it touches. Fire prevention must be an utmost priority in establishments. The interviewee stated that their facility has installed a fire extinguisher, fire alarm, and sprinkler which automatically detects smoke in their working area. They also make sure that their employees have enough knowledge on how to prevent fire.
Electrical safety naman po. How often does your company conduct inspection and audits if it is following the electrical safety rules and standards?
Usually once a year. Kasi bago kami every January, mag-renew na license, check namin yun na yung mga electrical na. Pero minsan pag mayroong mga faulty wiring, chine-check na rin namin kasi kung may kuryente na loose or pinapalitan na namin. Hindi na namin hintay na 1 year. Basta when it ever na kailangan gawin, ginagawa na namin kasi meron naman kaming tao na marunong sa gumawa kaya hindi na kailangan kami maghintay na tumawag pa ng electrician.
Okay. Sa pangalawa naman po is, how does your company make sure all employees learn about the safety around electricity?
Pagdating sa ganun, meron kami minsan, ino-orient din namin ng mga tauhan namin kung ano kailangan nila. Kung, let's say, kung maggagawa sila ng kuryente, kailangan meron silang gamit na safety, kaya mga naka-gloves or naka-ano sila. Tapos, ino-orient din namin, let's in case kung merong mga outbreak na sunog, kung ano dapat nila gawin para kailangan hindi sila mag-panic, kailangan mag-presence of mind para hindi sila mataranta if ever may gano'n. Usually yun ang ino-orient namin, parang from time to time nire-remind namin sila kung let's say kung may pag oras na may sunog, kailang unahin sarili na iligtas, huwag na nila yung mga gamit or what, gano'n ang namin doon.
Thank you po. Sa pangatlo po is, how does your organization or company systematically identify and evaluate electrical hazards within the workplace?
Electrical hazard, usually naman kasi ang mga wiring namin, hindi lang kami basta-basta naglalagay ng wire na laylay or what, parang inaayos rin namin, nilalagay namin sa molding, pinapasok namin, parang kasi even though kami lang gumagawa, in-ensure rin namin na safety din ginagawa ng tao, hindi lang basta mag-connect or yung ginagamit rin namin mga standard na wires, hindi kami gumagamit ng mga substandard para safety din. Kung kailangan gumamit ng malaking wire, yan ang ginagamit namin. Hindi kami, kumbaga iba nagtitipid, ganito. Siyempre kung ano yung tugma doon sa, let's say, sa outlet, kailangan number 12 na ginagamit namin wire, hindi kami yung gumagamit mas smaller or what, kailangan ko ano yung tama sa mga wirings, ganun.
Electrical safety. Many cases of fire comes from short circuits, and we can also oversee cases of electrocutions. According to our interviewee, they conduct total electrical inspections once a year, specifically when they are required for their important papers such as licenses. In case where the faulty wirings are evident, they make sure that it is handled properly as fast as possible. They also make sure that their employees are well aware in cases of electrical emergencies. They make sure that they are properly educated in these hazards so that in times of issues, they won't panic that could make things worse. For the additional part of our presentation, let me give you some tips for electrical safety at home. First is that keep cords from heat and sharp objects. Cords can be easily damaged by sharp objects and higher temperature surroundings, so making sure that you keep them away from these types of sources. Second is childproof outlets. We know that children are likely joyful and playful. They may accidentally damage or touch outlets. So we need to make sure that the outlets are safe from distance or properly blocked. Third is that do not use wet hands. Moisture easily attracts or conducts electricity, so making sure that your hand is dry when touching electrical outlets can help to prevent cases of electrocutions. Fourth is schedule professional checks. Cords and electrical parts cannot be permanently stable at highest quality, so checking faulty wirings is a must for every household.
Sunod naman po is occupational health ng workplace. So, first po is yung well-being ng employees, yung sa pag may sakit.
Well-being, actually, ang mga empleyado na meron kami sick leave with pay, 5 days yun, sick leave with pay. Tapos pag let's say kung nagkakasakit sila, meron kaming gamot na maibibigay ng mga sakit sa ulo, mga first aid din ba, meron kami doon para sa kanila. Yun ang namin. Tapos, syempre, pagka yung meron din silang time na for merienda, tapos meron din time na lunch break, meron silang time para mag-rest din sila, ganun.
So yun po, yung karugtong po sa well-being, syempre yung cleanliness of work area po.
Cleanliness, kailangan kasi ini-implement namin na hindi sila dapat manigarilyo sa loob, sa may warehouse. Kailangan yung kalat nila, lilinisin nila, hindi pwede kalat. Tapos, everyday naman, bago mag-start, nagwawalis, nagmamap. Yun ang tapos, pag may time, kung walang masyadong ginagawa yung mga stante, nilinis nila, inaayos nila yung stock.
Yung sa panghuli naman po is yung comfortability of work areas, kung proper po ba yung lighting or yung mga ventilation.
Meron naman kasi katulad mga electric fans, pagka meron kami yun sa mga tindera, mga salesman, meron kaming 2 electric fan. Tapos meron din kami electric fan na dito sa likod, sa may bodega. Meron ding ceiling fan para hindi mainitan sila pag habang nag-work.
Yung sa lightning po, di ba sabi niyo po may mga emergency lighting?
Meron yung lightning. Bukod sa well-ventilated na ilaw, meron din kami yung mga emergency light para just in case may brownout, meron pa rin silang ilaw. Ganun.
Occupational health. The overall occupational health of each individuals in the working area must be prioritized as the personnel are the backbone of operations. Their sickness is a loss for a company and establishment, so providing a healthy and safe work area is a must. According to our interviewee, they gave 5 days sick leave with pay to employees that get illnesses or disease. They also have first aids or emergency over-the-counter medicines in case of sudden illnesses. In this company, they also offer their employees their proper break time and offer some free foods or snacks for them, and of course, a proper resting time for them. They also ensure that they have a proper cleaning routine and no smoking policies in specific areas for every employees. In their work areas, they ensure to have proper lighting and ventilation. They also have emergency lighting in case of state of emergencies.
So for our observation and conclusion, we may observe na lahat naman ng equipment nila is nasa appropriate na lugar, such as yung paint, maayos naman yung pagkakalagay nila, yung mga paint na nasa timba, and then yung metals, na maayos naman yung pagkaka-store ng mga metals. And then yung mga electrical equipment, ganun din yung iba pang mga materyales. And then, we may observe din na all employees o lahat ng mga empleyado nila is nakasuot ng PPE or personal protection equipment. And then for our conclusion, safety first is a must for each every one of us, kailangan talaga magsuot tayo ng PPE or anumang mga bagay na makakapagligtas sa atin pag nasa isang work area tayo.